start. Illustration number 21, chapter number 3, admission of partner. Reference is D.K. Goel book. It is board question of Cbse 2023. Okay, let's start. Niti and Aditi are partner, sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 2:3. They admitted John into the partnership firm for 1/4 share of the firm, which he acquired equally from Niti and Aditi. John acquired the share from Niti and Aditi in equal ratio. Equally, John brought 5 lakh as his capital and 1 lakh for premium of goodwill. Means he also brings the amount of goodwill to the firm. 1/4 of the goodwill was withdrawn by old partner. The goodwill which he brought, out of which 1/4 of the amount of goodwill is withdrawn by old partner. The question is asking for past necessary journal entry. Requirement of the question is we have to pass journal entry and we have to give him the new profit sharing ratio. Okay, it is a most important question from the point of view of 3 marker. The question is very easy, but it has contained the goodwill calculation. First, we calculate the sacrificing ratio for distribution of goodwill. Then, we will pass the journal entry of withdrawing the goodwill. Let's start the solution. First of all, whenever the goodwill is given in the question, जब भी आपके क्वेश्चन में goodwill given होगा, आप सबसे पहले sacrificing ratio calculate करेंगे. ओके, फॉर दैट हमें जॉन का बता रखा है कि नीति और आदित्य से वो इक्वली एक्वायर करेगा. तो सबसे पहले हम ये निकालेंगे कि नीति और आदित्य ने कितना सेक्रीफाइस किया. तो सेक्रीफाइस रेशियो ऑफ नीति एंड आदित्य. नीति सेक्रीफाइस half of 1/4 and Aditi also sacrificed the same, that is 1/4 into 1/2. So our sacrificing ratio is 1/8 and 1/8 means it is equal, of course. Now we will calculate the new profit sharing ratio because it is a part of answer. Niti, Aditi and John. The formula of calculating the new PSR is old ratio minus sacrificing ratio. The old ratio of Niti and Aditi is 2/3 means 2/5 and 3/5 minus 1/8 minus 1/8. Many students confuse between this ratio. No, we have to deduct the actual sacrifice with the old partner has made, not the ratio. Now we will take the LCM. 40, 8 to the 16 minus 5, it is 11/40. It is also 8 5 the 40, 8 3 the 21 minus 5, 19/40. The ratio of John is 1/4. The base is 40, so we multiply and divide by 10 in numerator and denominator. It is 10/40. The new ratio we have already calculated, that is 11 is to 19 is to 10. Means one part of the answer is already calculated. Now we have to pass the journal entry for 3 things: capital brought, premium for goodwill brought, distribution of goodwill and withdrawn of goodwill. So our next part will be journal entry. First journal entry will be bank account debit because the firm is receiving the payment of rupees how much? 5 lakh is capital and 1 lakh is goodwill. So total cash or bank is 6 lakh, out of which capital is 5 lakh to John capital
5 lakh.
5 lakh and premium for goodwill is 1 lakh.
1 lakh.
Premium for goodwill is 1 lakh. We will write the narration being capital and goodwill brought by John. Yeah, being amount brought by John. Anything you can write, but narration is important for journal entry. If you don't write the journal entry, no marks will be awarded for the journal. The second journal entry will be for distribution of goodwill, because any partner, if new partner brings the goodwill, we will always distribute in sacrificing ratio. In our question, the sacrificing ratio is equal.
1-1.
So premium for goodwill account is debit to John, sorry, to Aditi, Nidhi and Aditi capital.
Niti.
Okay. To Nidhi's capital account to Aditi capital account. 1 lakh is divided equally, becomes 50,000 and 50,000. Write the narration being goodwill distributed. Okay. Now, third journal entry is 1/4 of the goodwill is withdrawn by the old partner. Let's suppose we will do some rough here. Let's suppose if I get a goodwill of 40 rupees, my share of goodwill is 40, and I withdrawn 1/4. So how much I withdraw? 10 rupees. Like this only, we will first check the share of the partner, what they are getting of premium of goodwill. Then we will do the 1/4. And always remember, when the partner are withdrawing the goodwill, it is their loss. Means when they get the goodwill, their capital account is credited, but when they withdraw the goodwill, their capital account will be debited. So first we will pass the journal entry. Niti capital account debit, Aditi capital account debit, and whenever the goodwill is distributed, always bank will come, because money is withdrawn from the firm, so debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And because the firm is giving the bank or giving the goodwill share, then always bank will be credited. Now do 50,000 into 1/4, it will be 12,500. 12,500, 12,500, and it will become 25,000. The narration will be being goodwill withdrawn by the partners. You have to solve this 3 journal entry and 1 new PSR. The question will be of 3 to 4 marks. Okay, 3 marks for your journal entry and 1 mark for calculating the new profit sharing ratio. Okay.